What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? I wasn't gonna go live, but I decided I'm just gonna go live real quick. I gotta get on a flight at midnight my time, which is in a couple hours. So I figured I'd jump on here. I've been incredibly discouraged about the way they've been censoring me on here. It makes me not even want to make a video because I know that they're just completely blocking videos that are powerful, videos that are impactful. They're blocking them. So it bothers me. However, I know that the people that can see these videos need to hear what I'm trying to convey. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the Arizona audit. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. I live in Maricopa County. And so I think I have a little bit of information to add. Not much, but a little bit. So I'll let a couple people get in here. Yeah, I know I might switch everybody over to Rumble, man. I'm sick of YouTube, to be honest. I mean, they just play games and games and games, man. It's the whole thing is a big game. I have a Rumble as well. I just spend most of my time over here. But you know, I might get up off here and do something different because it's dwindling. I know that they're messing with me. So, but let me see if I can zoom this thing in. I would have had to send this to myself on an email. But anyway, how many people up in here? We got 600 people in here. All right, I'll let a few people get in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the like button. And for everybody that bought my book, bought the signed copy, the book comes out November the 30th. On November the 30th, if you live anywhere near the Phoenix Valley, I'm having a book launch party, and it's gonna be pretty fun. So if you're here in the Phoenix Valley, make sure you show up to it. I'll have some details later. Let me save this because I want to see if I can't show it on a bigger screen. What's up, man? How y'all doing? All right, we got 1,000 people in here. How y'all doing? Mesa, Arizona in the house. All right. As soon as I get this lined up, I'm gonna start the conversation about the audit. Okay, here you go. This is much better. Much better. Okay. All right. Y'all ready? Put a 1 in the comment section if you're ready. YouTube love to oppress black conservatives. Let's see. I probably should turn these lights down a little bit. Give me a headache. All right, y'all ready? So let's talk about this real quick. So I have something to pull up on the screen. Let me make sure there you go. It's working. So I'm going to try to put my big old head off to the side so you can see some of this stuff. For the YouTube algorithms, this is not an endorsement of making a claim for or against the election. This is a disclaimer that I am not saying that the election in Arizona was fabricated. All I'm doing is presenting evidence that was presented legally by the investigators into the audit of the state of Arizona. This information was public. This information was verified, and this information will be sent to the Attorney General. So this is not my endorsement or not my endorsement. This is me presenting information that's public record that people can watch the full version, which I have in the description section. The whole thing is played on C-SPAN. This is public knowledge. It's not some fake scenario I built up. So just a quick summary of some of the inconsistencies that I think is important for us to note. And I'm just going to give a quick summary of what I saw in the 3-hour video. I didn't watch all 3 hours, but I saw some of the presentation and I skipped through it. It is clear beyond a reasonable doubt that there was mistakes that occurred, whether intentionally or unintentionally. There were mistakes that occurred in just Maricopa County. I want you guys to understand this. Maricopa County is the largest county in the state of Arizona, followed by Pima County. So all of these results that I'm showing you and some of the findings that they had is pertaining to Maricopa County alone. This is not Cochise County. This is not Pinell County. This is not Pima County, and Pima County is the second largest county in the state of Arizona. None of those counties. This is just one county where they found 44,000 ballots that could arguably be thrown out, that could be considered illegitimate if the attorney general reads and takes the information that was presented by an independent audit. Let me just read a couple of these things. I think you guys can see it. Mail-in ballots voted from prior addresses, 23,000. Critical impact. Let's see, more ballots returned by voters than received. So that means the packaging that was sent out, I don't know how they got other envelopes, but this was the packaging that was sent out. 9,000 more people returned the ballot than was sent the ballot. So that could be a product of miscounting on behalf of the election squad, or this could be a signal of something else. Let's see, voter that potentially voted in multiple counties, which is an illegal vote. You can only vote in one county. So that's 5,200. Official results does not match who voted. That's 3,400. I mean, at least the 5,200 and 3,400 should be completely eliminated. The 23,000 and the 9,000 are ineligible votes, technically. All right, let me scroll us down a little bit. More duplicates than original ballots. So that's 2,500. In-person voting who had moved out of Maricopa County, that voted in Maricopa County, which could be a matter of inconsistencies on another front. Let me zoom it in and scoot it over. One of these, it says voters moved out of the state during 29-day period preceding election, which these should be ineligible votes, 2,000 votes. Voters counted in excess of voters who voted, 1,500, which if you look at 2 million people voting, 1,500 is not a lot. But then when you look at the margin of victory by Joe Biden, this adds up. You know, millions of people voted, but Trump didn't lose by 44,000 votes. Trump didn't lose by 20,000 votes. He lost by much less. And this is fraudulent occurrences in one county. Now, this is what I want to say to all of the people who are watching this, who support my channel, who are about truth, is that look at this impartially, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get too caught up in the hype. Look at this impartially. When you talk about all of these ballots that are inconsistent or fraudulent, these could be Trump ballots too. I know that it's hard to think of that, but these could also be Trump ballots. This doesn't have to be 23,000 Joe Biden ballots, 9,000 Joe Biden ballots. These could be a lot of Trump ballots. Matter of fact, they could be all Trump ballots. I'm giving a hypothetical so we don't jump off the cliff and get mad if it comes back to be a different result. The 17,000 duplicate votes that a lot of people were sharing was illustrated on the actual video. And, you know, I'm not going to play it all tonight. It's a 3-hour video. But the investigation was, let's see, I'm off this camera. The investigation yielded findings that were mind-blowing to me. And some of which was the votes that were duplicate votes. So they go through and they explain. I mean, this is detailed. The video link is in the description section. They go through and thoroughly explain what they did, the findings that they had, all on PowerPoint, giving examples of inconsistencies that they saw. And here's the breakdown of the duplicates.
This is, by the way, we'll get to.
This is the breakdown of the duplicates, right? So you have, it's a video, so it's playing. Let me go back. Okay, let me go back. I think I missed it right there. It's right up in here. So this is 16,934 voters had a duplicate. So that'll double the vote to 33,000, which means 16,934 were duplicates, meaning that they should be deleted. So that should essentially be, how is this thing still playing? I thought I paused it. Let me go back. So essentially, these numbers came out to 17,322 additional votes that should be deleted. Now, the question is, whose votes were they? Was this 99% Trump votes? Was that 99% Biden votes? It still remains to be seen. However, as you continue to watch, he pointed out, Dr. Shiva pointed out inconsistencies. Let me see if I keep going. Let's see. He pointed out some crucial inconsistencies in the time in which these duplicates occurred. And this is the chart right here. This is the chart that he was going off of. And I encourage anybody that's concerned about this to watch the full video. The video link is in the description section. Here is a chart of the regular votes, right? Here's the chart of duplicate votes, right? This is after the election closed, right here. You see a hike in duplicate votes occurring after the election has closed. This is why this is concerning, because it could be a grammatical error. I mean, not a grammatical error, but it could have been a system error. It could have been a personnel error. It could have been all of the above. However, this is highly suspicious that most of the duplicates that you see, or there was a spike in duplicate count after the close of the election. As you can see, the regular envelope received is flatlined. Duplicates begin to raise after the election close. That is concerning. I don't care who you are. That needs an explanation. And Dr. Shiva goes through and explains all of this. And he had this as the duplicate. And the way he explained it was that the duplicate votes matched the regular incoming votes, right? It matched pretty much to a T. A reasonable amount of votes, duplicates occurred, regular scale. Right around here is when things start to go out of control. From here all the way through here. And this is the close of election right here. And as you can see, this is at the close of election nearly is when it spikes, and then it comes down and it spikes, and you see all of these duplicates. This could occur because they hand counted and somebody may have submitted multiple. I don't know how this occurred, but it's definitely something that is suspicious. And Dr. Shiva goes through and explains, and this was one category where he explained how they were certifying, or no, this was the certification of a vote. Now, it's hard to see it because it's pretty far off, but you can see very clearly that the certification of the vote is behind. It looked like it was pre-printed, is what he said. Now, there could be a system that gives the illusion that a seal is printed behind some of this already supposedly predetermined material. When they do this stamp right here that you see, this black stamp that's horizontal, is stamped onto the copy. It's stamped. There's no way that it should appear behind something that already occurs on the ballot or on the envelope. So that's why it's suspicious, because was this an envelope that already had this I guess pre-copied on the envelope? Or was this something that the machine can make it look transposed? So that's another one of the concerning things. See, they show another example right here where it's behind. And I'm going to show you an example of what it's supposed to look like. Let's see if he had it on here. See right here? Hold on. Okay, y'all see the bad ones, bad ones, bad ones, bad ones, bad ones, bad ones. And this is an example of some of the ones that are questionable because it doesn't have a signature here. And so they put verified and approved in the signature spot, which means they avoided the fact that this didn't have a signature on it. And they printed in the spot anyway, even knowing that it didn't have a signature. That's some inconsistent, troubling findings. And like I said, if you keep going through, you'll see all of these different things. And in this one, you have the same name, address, signatures on two different voter IDs. So this is another inconsistency that they found that was troubling, is that you have the same person, the same information, but just say I had a voter ID here, same address and everything, had a separate voter ID for a separate person. I believe that's what they were referring to. Same address, same phone number, same signature. Everything was the same, but two different voter IDs. That level of inconsistency is very bizarre. And Dr. Shiva goes through a lot of other things that you can watch. His segment was about an hour. And then everybody else go through the cybersecurity. There was material breaches in the cybersecurity, but they don't know if it was authorized or not before the election. So it's a lot of stuff that went into this. However, I want to finish this with, these are all the charges that could be filed against individuals in relation to the election. Let's see. You got missing signatures on ballot, envelope, affidavit. And this is the statute requiring the ballot be accepted. Just all of the ones that didn't have a signature, all the ones that, should be thrown out based on this law, these laws that are in place. And then they go on to here, missing signature on ballot envelope. Let's see. Original and duplicate ballots without matching serial numbers. Missing chain of custody. That's a big thing. It says right here in the law that the county recorder or other officers in charge of the election shall maintain a record that records the chain of custody for all election equipment and ballots during early voting through the completion of provisionary voting tabulation. And from my understanding and based on reading some of this stuff, they didn't have chain of custody. They lost chain of custody when it came to some of the records that were supposedly maintained on these voting machines. Some people deleted records intentionally. And so these are statutes that are very clear. Let's see, common username and passwords. I guess that was you can go through all the laws, but here is what I want you guys to hear, because with all that was said, here's the slightly unfortunate part, is that they are not seeking to overturn the election in this situation. They are seeking to pass this information that they've gotten to the Attorney General. And the Attorney General is going to do what with it? The Attorney General can do and start holding people accountable. People start going to jail. The Attorney General can decide that this was a fraudulent occurrence, or the Attorney General can say, I'm not going to get Hillary Clinton, and I'm not finna take it there. Right? I'm not going to take it there. But I want y'all to hear what he had to say about it so you could hear it from the horse's mouth, what the plan is moving forward and how they're going to present it to the Attorney General. Wrote a film.
Literally drove down almost every single day to be at the audit with the rest of the team to make sure that everything was done accordingly and chain of custody was followed. And
a brazen willingness to violate a legal subpoena. Our Attorney General said that was a goal.
To be at the
all right, here's this part. If it'll play.
For what you've done with this, you have faced incredible opposition and hostility, and you have handled that with grace and dignity. So I want to thank you and recognize you for that. Again, the goal here is election integrity and making sure our citizens have faith in the process. So as we wrap this up, what are our next steps?
Somebody said they use the same password for all the ballot verifications. So, they completely mishandled. This is just in Maricopa. That's not including all the other counties in the state, in the second largest county, which is Pima County.
Where do we go from here? And I think there's legislation, and I think there's law enforcement that needs to be involved. So I'm going to name off 8 bullet points here that I think need to be handled by my colleagues and by our Attorney General. First of all, and what I have found perhaps the most unsettling through this whole process is the obstruction that we have seen from the county. The failure to comply with the auditor, a brazen willingness to
Shout out to the super chat. Somebody said Brandon beating around the bush. Of course, I can't say certain things. Stevie Wonder can see how I feel about this. I can't say certain things because they'll ban you if you push a certain message. So I'm saying for you guys and also YouTube algorithm and the YouTube reviewers that look at this, I'm not making this video to make a decision. Everybody had to make their own decision. I'm just presenting what was presented to the world via C-SPAN and the audit that legally occurred in the state of Arizona. So some things you can't jump to conclusions on, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube.
Violate a legal subpoena. Our Attorney General said that was against the law.
Violated an illegal subpoena. They violated a legal subpoena. People have broken the law in order to try to prevent this audit from happening. Continue.
Law. It's truly alarming, and furthermore, to their willingness to expend significant resources, human capital, you name it, to block and to stop this audit. As I recall, it was like $18,000 or something like that for one of their audits that they spent money on. How much money have they spent trying to stop our audit? It has to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that would be an interesting number to see. Number two, the numbers don't reconcile. As you've seen through, this is a theme throughout all the reports, all of us as citizens, we should be able to pull up these election results and we should be able to, every direction, reconcile the numbers. If I subtract, early ballots, or if I subtract, or if I add the rejected, if I, no matter which way, you should be able to come up with a reconciliation so that everything balances. That needs to happen. It appears that they broke the law with duplicate ballots, and that's a
his words, not mine. His
huge
words.
deal. That needs to be resolved. We need to get to the bottom of whether that law was broken, how to prevent it in the future, hold people accountable that did it this time. Churning of logs. The churning of logs. We need to find out why that happened. Who did it? What was the motive? What was there? We need to get to the bottom of the logs that were there. Chain of custody issues. Number 5, chain of custody issues. Number 6, a failure to preserve data files. And number 7, cybersecurity weaknesses that were shown by Mr. Cotton, so evident here. Those are not going to get any better. We're seeing people being held hostage via cybersecurity every day, and it's constantly becoming more sophisticated. We definitely need to up our game there. And number 8, the envelopes with blank signatures. We have a lot of questions there that need to be answered. So with that, Madam President, I look forward to.
So pretty much, I don't know why I keep stopping. I got the best internet in the market. But long story short, he said all that and said that he was going to present that to the Attorney General, and hopefully the Attorney General of the state of Arizona. I mean, let me just break this down for everybody too, and make it very, very clear. I'm gonna make my point, then I'm gonna get to the super chats. And thank y'all for the super chat, and I'm sorry if I missed a couple of them. Let me break this down real quick. I feel like that we have an understanding and a feeling of what potentially occurred on the election, 2020 election, federally, locally. We have an understanding. We have an opinion. We live in America. We have a right to have an opinion. So we have an opinion about what happened. And I think there's a lot of validity to the opinion that most of us carry. However, unfortunately, we didn't do what we needed to do at the time to prevent it from happening at the time. Now that it has been certified, there is absolutely nothing that's going to be done. However, I think that this is a good step moving forward, because if we can somehow eradicate all of the falsehood, expose it, let them know that we see you, Therefore, in 2024, 2022, we will get more of a fair, more transparent election. I think that's a win. That's the win that we need to try to achieve. We got to let go of 2020. As hurtful as it is, and as crazy as those things occurred that we saw with our own eyes and have our own idea about what happened, not saying that we can somehow prove it or not. It's not conclusive, but the things that we saw, we got to leave it behind us. We got to leave it behind us, because if we keep worried about trying to overturn that and we don't get it fixed in the future, we're going to be in trouble moving forward. So I'm glad that they pointed these things out. It frustrates me. It frustrates me. It angers me, because there's no way this should have happened. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who won. It doesn't matter if this is Trump or Biden. It doesn't matter if at the end of this Biden beat Trump by a bigger margin. None of that matters. What matters is, how do you let all of this fall through the cracks? That's the more concerning thing. If Biden won, he won. If Trump won, he won. But how do individuals in this country who have a right to vote, people have died for you to vote, not to be able to feel comfortable that there's integrity there? Breach of the machines, protocol, chain of custody. In the court of law, if you lose chain of custody on the police department, everything at the loss of chain of custody isn't admissible in court. Everything is you cannot present that evidence in court, because nobody knows where the chain of custody lies. And therefore, they don't know if it was tampered with in the mix-up of change of custody. So in the legal system, in the criminal justice system, in the criminal court proceeding, if you lose chain of custody, everything after the loss of chain of custody is invalid. That's sad for everybody who voted. It's not right. Let me see if I can pull up some of these super chats. Maybe they updated the system, man. They were. So I'm gonna just let you guys know how that kind of works. You super chat, and then after you super chat, they pop up on the screen and they disappear, depending on how long of how much money you spent on the super chat. The problem with that is, once it's gone off of there, and if I didn't read it right away, it's gone. They have a back office part where they're supposed to retain all of the they're supposed to retain, all of the super chats, but they don't. They delete them. So now all of them is gone except the ones that are up here. So I'm gonna answer the ones that are up here. Let's see. Salty Army throwing support to Tatum. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Travis Brandon, we need your help. I'm a cop and military member. Help us start a big conversation. Yeah, conversation of military members receiving dishonorably discharges for declining the COVID vaccine. I'd be happy to help any way I can. Reach out to me. Connect@theofficertatum.com. Connect@theofficertatum.com. The Creek, thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. I think that's the longest time you can be. Well, now you can be a member for like 2 years, and that's the top tier. But you have been, obviously, 14 months. You've been here from the very beginning. Let's see. You're correct. We have to get these BS attorney generals out of these important states. They are weak on crime and social justice warriors. Thank you. I appreciate it. The Creek, 14-month member. I appreciate you. Let's see. Midlife reset. Harpocrats are salting the chat. Let's see. It must be some trolls in the chat. So now that I have the window open, now all the super chats will show up and I can read the ones that are on backlog. However, this is troubling to see that there was so much mishandling of things in this election, and it's very sad that occurred. But I got to give a shout out to Quest Microsystems, because I want to make sure I shout them out. So I remember what time I shouted them out at 29 minutes. Shout out to Quest Microsystems. I'm the spokesperson of Quest Microsystems. I'm an investor in Quest Microsystems, and it's pretty much a company that develop weapons and munitions. And the munition that I'm sponsoring, that I'm a part of, that I have feedback on, that I'm helping develop and come to market, is the low energy cartridge. And the low energy cartridge is pretty much a gun that won't kill you. It's a non-lethal firearm. And I may be misappropriating the term firearm, but I say that so you can understand what I'm saying. It's shot and similar to a firearm and platform. You could do a handgun. We got the rifle, the shotgun version of it. You put the munition in, and you put as much payload as you want to get the desired outcome, but it's non-lethal. I think this is going to be an incredible, innovative part for law enforcement in this country, because I personally never used a taser on duty. I never used a taser. It was too unreliable. You had a distance factor. You had if you don't hit them right, if the prongs don't land 100% right, it is useless. And so I never used it. It would have been incredible to have a less lethal weapon you can pull from your belt that has a lot of payload that can knock you down without killing you. Especially people that have knives, especially people that are trying to do suicide by cop or whatever the case may be, people that are off at a distance, people that have, a bat, a hammer, or something that you can at least have a lethal force and a non-lethal force, and have the non-lethal force be effective at distance. That's one thing that the market is missing. And anybody that's in law enforcement and you know anything about the pepper ball and you know anything about simunition rounds, the inventor of the pepper ball and the simunition round is the same person who invented the low energy cartridge for KWESST Microsystems. And for everybody else that's not in law enforcement, if you ever went paintballing, the same inventor that invented the paintball, invented the pepper ball and invented the simunition rounds. And so if you know anything about anything, this is going to be probably one of the biggest inventions in our modern lifetime. And I think that it's not only supportive for law enforcement, it's also applicable to the everyday person. So you can have diversity of weapons in your house. I would never advocate that you choose a less lethal or low energy cartridge over a real firearm. I think it's something that you can add in the toolbox. But there are people in our society, no knock to you, that you do not want a lethal weapon in your house. You're afraid of it. You don't want to hurt the kids. You're afraid that you're going to have to take it there with somebody and you don't want to have to go there. This is an incredibly, an incredible asset for you. You can carry it, when you're out and about. You can have it for home defense. All of these things called KWESST Microsystems. KWESST Microsystems, publicly traded company. So you can do what you want to do with that. Trust me, it's been performing very well. So if you're interested in that side of it, I'll put the link in the description section. I don't know if I have Sky or somebody watching this, but we'll try to pull that link from one of my other videos that has KWESST Microsystems in it, and we'll put it in the description section. Heard a lot about KWESST. When can we buy? So right now we're going to start demoing the low energy cartridge. I think we're going to start next month, and then the official launch date where people are going to be able to, I believe people will be able to purchase it, is going to be at the SHOT Show in 2021. So that's when it's going to formally come out to the market, I believe. And then we're going to go from there. But however, we're going to be demoing this low energy cartridge around the country, which I'm hoping that we have the opportunity to do that. I know we're going to demo here in Scottsdale. I believe it's next month, but hey, pay attention, especially for people that are interested in, the market and investing. And I can't tell you what to do with your money. It's not me telling you how to invest your money. All I'm telling you is that this is something that you should keep an eye on. It's one of the most innovative things that I have seen. That's the reason why I'm a part of it. I'm going to be honest. I'm a capitalist too. And I see the writing on the wall that this is probably going to be the #1 used firearm in self-home defense for the public, and then also for police officers around the country, especially with the climate of this whole anti-police stuff and killing people for no reason, all this stuff. If you could have an applicable alternative, it'll be great. Anyway, so so we'll just because I want to make sure I get that in there. Shout out to everybody that bought my book. My book is still available right now. I know that it's sold out. So while you're live right now, I'm going to make more books available. So if you're interested in buying a signed copy of my book, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And then I'm going to get to y'all super chats. Let's see, beatenblackandblue.com. All right. So this is all you got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Beatenblackandblue.com will take you to this point. You can get the book on Amazon, or you can get the signed copy from my store. Okay. Book on Amazon, signed copy from my store. My signed copy is $39 plus shipping and handling. The regular copy is $23, I believe, $23. Let me explain this to you so you know, and then I'm going to show you how to get it, and then I'm going to release. Y'all tell me how many books should I make available, because you got to understand, I just signed thousands of them just recently, and so I'm going to have to make more available, and I'm going to have to go through the process of flying to the warehouse to sign these particular books, because the ones I signed before were signed before we molded the book together. Now I'm going to have to sign the books after the fact, so it's going to take a little bit more work on my part. But it's a little bit more expensive for the signed copy. Non-signed copy is at Amazon. So Amazon, if you feel like you're going to run into me one day and you want to get the regular book, if you see me in public or if you come to my book signing or whatever, I'll sign your book. So if you can't afford it or you have you risk averse to that, you can get the regular copy, and if you find me somewhere, you see me somewhere out and about, or you come to an event that I'm at, I'll sign your book. If you don't want to wait on that, you don't want to take that chance, get the pre-order the signed copy. Come out November the 30th. It's the best book on the market that you're gonna get pertaining to law enforcement. I have an incredible story. So if you're interested in my story, how I became a police officer, all of that is in there. I interviewed several of the police officers, giving their perspective as well. So it's not just me. And so it's a tremendous book, and I appreciate everybody who already have purchased it. I mean, we were #1 bestseller on Amazon the first week that we launched, and this is like 6 months in pre-order, 6 months out in pre-order. We've sold out the signed copies on multiple occasions. The way it works is that I have to commit to signing when I open up the signed copy. So give me some numbers. How many should I make available? That's how many I'm gonna end up signing. Should it be 500? Should it be 1,000? Y'all let me know. But while you're on here, you can click the Amazon link or you can click my store. If you click my store, it's gonna take you here. If you're a veteran, you're a police officer, firefighter, nurse, truck driver, student, senior, you get 20% off, or not 20% off. There are different percentages. You get a discount. I'm biased. I was a police officer, so police officers get a little more discount. But all of the other entities that I explained up here, you just click on that link, fill out your information, you get a discount on this book. You really get a discount across the store, but if you're going just to buy the book, that's how it works. Also, you can make payments if you end up buying 2 books and it's $50 to $3,000 worth of purchase. You can make payments. You can make 4 installments, interest free, if that's better for your pocketbook. So right now it's sold out. You can click this button that says notify me when made available, and you will get a direct email with the book, and you'll be able to go from there. And while I'm at it, I might as well show you some of the other stuff on here. We got some police support merch. We the people, scratch out the government. Police lives matter. Got some cool hats. Life started at conception, not perception is one of my favorite shirts. Jesus is Lord. Cops over criminals. We got a few women's tees. We got this is one of my favorite. We got some flags. Make Men Men Again is one of my favorite. Christ's Privilege is one of my favorite. The Don is our bestseller. So all of this stuff, you Make America Godly Again, and then we finna launch a whole bunch of new stuff. It's coming out soon, so just stay tuned. And when we launch it, if you are signed up, if you signed up on the store or you're already a customer, you're gonna get a notification, and we're gonna go from there. Now I'm gonna go to the Amazon version so you can see that, just for the sake of communicating with you guys tonight. Let's go to the Amazon version, and then I'm gonna get to these super chats. Amazon, you go on Amazon. Like I said, it's $23.99. I believe it's free shipping. I'm not sure if it's free shipping on here. See, I don't deal with the Amazon. That's the publishing company deal with Amazon. November the 30th is gonna come out. Let's see where we rank right now. We're not doing too bad. You know, this is still 2 months out. When we first launched, a lot of people got the book, and it was incredible. I mean, we were #1 and we were #1. Let me see if I can zoom this in. Let's see. Oh, y'all really gonna be blind after this one. We were #1 in violence in society. We were like #5 in law enforcement biography, and we were like #7 in Black African American autobiography or biography. And so, and we were ranked top 100 for the top 100 books. We were ranked in the top 100. And so we did really, really well when it first launched. I know a lot of people are going to want to get the book closer to November the 30th, but my goal is to be #1 bestseller And I think that it will. Not because of any other reason, but because it's a great quality book. And Candace Owens' book is here too. If y'all want to go grab that, Will Witt just launched his book. Those two people, I know. I got both of their books. All right, let's get to these super chats real quick. Let's see. How do I get to them there? Right here. All right. Let's get to the super chats. All right. Let's see. Grim. Thank you for all you do, Brandon. I appreciate it. Let's see. God bless you. Can you end the stream with a prayer? Yes, I'll pray at the end of this stream. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Spidge. Just say the name Spidge and I'll be happy. I think that's how you say it. I want to say Spidge, but it looked like Spidge to me. It looked like Spider to me, but anyway. Let's see. Anarchist Al. Brandon, I'm a IT technician. Reboot your router and modem once a week. Unplug both, count to 10, and plug it back in. This will fix a lot of the slowdown. Perfect. Thank you. Because I don't do any of that. I think it's slowing down now. I don't do any of that. I'm once a week, I'm going to do it. I leave this stuff running 24 hours, 7 days a week. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Mitchell, thanks so much for the super chat. MCBS, Steve Gallagher, also in Arizona Electoral College signer. If he is guilty, his vote is out. Interesting. James, did you hear the leaked talk they had after the audit meeting? I didn't hear it. There's a link there. I'll put that link in. I'll put that link somewhere. So if y'all listening, I'll put the link to what he said in the comment section. Let's see. Heard a lot of KWESST. When can we get it? We already talked about that. As law-abiding citizens, as you are, you have to accept the court verdict. Trump lost. Now, that, I just really, I've seen this person have commented before, but there's no such thing as accept the verdict. There was no adjudication. There was nothing went to court. There was no findings. There was no hearing on whether or not this was a fraudulent situation. So you can't say you got to accept something that never occurred. If they had taken this up in the court of law, if they had taken a look at this, we can clearly see in Maricopa County, that's one county. They had 44,000 votes that probably should have never been counted. Now, who knows what that would do with an election where I think Biden won by 11,000 votes. That could swing the election. They could swing it for one person or another. 44,000 votes. Just imagine if out of 44,000, 20,000 were illegitimate Biden votes. 20,000, 30,000 were illegitimate Biden votes. That's enough to overturn the results of an election if people had done this properly the first time. That's just one county. Trump lost, I think, by 11,000. I think he lost by 11,000 in the entire state. We see 44,000 mistakes in one county. Imagine in Pima County, Pinell County, Cochise County. We can go all the way up. Just if every county did a check and it was 200,000 votes that shouldn't have been counted. Now it wouldn't be that much because Maricopa is the biggest. So just say it was 80,000 votes that shouldn't have been counted. Brother, that could, and if there was any malice in it, that could change the entire scape of the election. So anyway, I think having a 2.5 year long federal investigation on Russian collusion with the eyewitness testimonies, quote unquote, but having no federal investigation into election after thousands of people spoke out is troubling, which I agree. I'm not saying that it was rigged and stolen or not. That's not what I'm here to discuss. All I'm saying is that I think that there was tons of people who swore under penalty of perjury that they witnessed things that were going astray, and people just blew it under the rug. I mean, these people will be held accountable under penalty of perjury. They can't just lie. I mean, they could, but they'll go to jail. Most of the time, people don't subject themselves to that if they know they're going to lie. Most of the time. So I think that it's not too much to ask for an audit. That's it. I want to know that it was fair. And if it's fair and everything is up and up, everybody's happy. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody would care. I wouldn't care. But then when you see, as a law-abiding normal citizen, I can accept the L. But it's just that when you listen to people's testimony, they say, well, this happened, this happened, this happened. I saw this with my own eyes. They were doing this with the ballot. You're like, whoa. Can y'all verify this first before we thrust ourselves into something that's illegitimate? And people act like it's a crime to say, just do an audit. I'm not picking a side. Do an audit. Reassure the people who are naysayers. Confirm with the people who believe that they are right to already know. Let's see. When I was in Iraq, we had a guy that blew up a chicken with the non-lethal shotgun round because he was afraid of chickens. Just thought I'd share that. That's funny. Let's see. Oh, it's so many other super chats. I thought it was a little bit. Let's see. Carl, thanks so much for the super chat. Let's see. Rob, these people are sticker. Let's see. These people are sicker than a platinum brick. They don't care about the Tatum is a sign language truth superstar. We got what you're preaching, and it's 100. I appreciate that. Let's see. Anarchist Al, Brandon. Okay. Reboot your router more than once a week. I'm an IT person. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 2 super chats on that. Mario, my brother from another mother. What's up, brother? How do we invest in KWESST Microsystems? I'm going to SHOT Show in January. So KWESST Microsystems is publicly traded. Now, I don't know a lot about the trading stuff, so I can't tell you what trading market it's on, if I even know what I'm talking about. I don't handle this stuff. I let other people handle it for me. I should be more informed. I tell you what, you can't see it on Robinhood. It's on another exchange, but the link in the description section, all you got to do is click on it. It'll send you to where you need. It'll tell you what signals there are, and it'll tell you how to get to the point of investing if you want to. God bless you, Tatum. You are a great influence, and I love your videos. Can we end the video with a prayer tonight? Yes, we will. Emmy, thank you so much. Pure Blood. Never Sleever. I could be reading that wrong. My reading skills ain't that good. Nick, thanks so much for the super chat. Your man, Mr. Tatum, if I saw you in person, I'd ask for a picture. I appreciate you exposing the crazy leftist agenda. God bless you and stay safe. Anybody that see me, man, you ask me for a picture, I'll do it. I'm not one of these people that's too good to take a picture with people. Like, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm incredibly blessed by you guys. So if you ever see me in public, you want to take a picture, I'm game. Anywhere, anytime, man. Just make sure it's quick. Have your phone ready. Somebody caught me in TSA, in the TSA line, and wanted to take a picture, and I was like, get your phone ready, because my wife is literally taking the baby through security, and stuff ain't going right. So she's pretty upset, and she see me over there taking a picture with somebody instead of helping her with the baby, she gonna get mad at me. So have your phone ready so I can just snap it real quick, and we can keep going. I'm sorry, but we can't let it go. Otherwise, the Democrat will continue to cheat, and there's too many rhinos. No, I'm not saying let it go. I'm saying we have to be progressive, meaning we have to move forward in a better way. That means that they're not going to do anything about it. Even if we don't let it go, which we can do it like the long game, but we need to make sure we fix 2022 and 2024. Because if we keep worried about 2020, when I say worried about it, we still trying to have investigations of 2020, and we didn't get anything fixed by 2022 or 2024, we're going to be in trouble. That's all I was saying. I definitely don't think we should forget. I think we should have integrity no matter what. Let's see, you're the man, Mr. Tatum. Mr. Tatum, please pray for unvaccinated at the Service Academy tomorrow. U.S. unvaccinated cadets at West Point have to meet to the order officials to take the vaccine. We plan to say no and push the religious exemption. Midlife, Salty Army is a hero to support you, not troll you, brother. Salty Army is here to support you, not troll you, brother. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Safe line. We all can still stop the corruption the right way. Check your inbox, Mr. Tatum, on your site tomorrow. I need your help. Okay, I'll try to do that. Just know you got to be persistent when you're trying to communicate with me. I have thousands of people who message me a day across all of my platforms. I have 400 unread messages right now. Text messages. Like, I just get bombarded. And some people should be ashamed of themselves for taking up my inbox, just spamming me with stuff. So, but I got a lot, man. So please don't feel you gotta be consistent. You gotta keep messaging me every day if you have to until you get something. And don't send me some crazy long message. Like start out something quick, because if it's quick and I run across it, I can read it real quick and I get back to you. If you write me a story, more than likely, I'm gonna procrastinate that and probably never read it. So don't write me nothing too big right away. Write me something real quick. Hey, this is who I am. This is what I want from you. Please respond back. If I see it, it's quick, we'll respond. Then hit me with more information. You more than likely you'll get responded to if you do that. If you hit me with a story, I do not have time to read it. I just don't have time to read something that big, unless I have a vested interest in it, meaning that I know a little bit about you. I know why you're writing this, and I can say, okay, I'll prioritize the time to read this. If it's just a random thing, I'm probably not gonna read it. You should make a shirt with the rainbow and have it say, I promise, a promise from God, not a disability. A promise from God, not a disability. That's interesting. Salty Army is here to support, not troll. Okay. Let's see. Andres, I can't see your message, which is so stupid to me. I can't see it. It won't let me scroll down past the point that I'm at. Do I make this bigger? Hold on a second. It won't let me scroll down to see it. So I can't see the message, but thank you for the super chat. All right, I think I did that. Let me open these books up for you guys if you're interested in purchasing a book. Congratulations, Brandon. You should have a members only party to celebrate after your book comes out. I would fly there for sure. Sell tickets to pay for it. So this is what my plan is. Having a book lunch party. Everybody's invited. We'll do VIP. We'll have VIP. And so the people who are members, it's just that if I do a members only party, I don't know how many people in Arizona are actually members. So I would hate to do a members only party and throw a big party and it'd be 5 people show up. Yeah, 10 people show up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll definitely put some special stuff. Maybe we'll give a discount on VIP for members. We'll do that. We'll give this discount on VIP for members. So we'll have a VIP portion of it, and then everybody else can get in for free and whatever. But VIP, you'll get a signed book. And if you already have a book, we'll do something else for you. Signed book, food. You get to kick it with me. I'll give a special speech, sign autographs, whatever. Take pictures, as many pictures as you want for VIP. And then I'll sign books, and sell merch for everybody else that show up. The event is going to be free. So I'm going to have to come out of pocket for it. So don't be mad at me. I just don't want it to be any limitations of people getting in to buy my book. So that's the reason why I want it to be free. And then people that want cool and, special stuff, and we'll do VIP. All right, I'm going to make this book available. Let me see how many people have requested, just so I know what to do. I got to make sure. Okay, so not that many people. Let me, it's not like a whole bunch of people. So I'm just going to make a few available right now for people who may be interested in getting it. I'll open up a few now, and I just got to make sure I sign those. So shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for the support. We think we had 40-some hundred people on live, which is good. It's always a blessing. Let's see. So I'll make 100 available for you guys. So it's 100 available. Go get it now. When it sell out, I'm gonna have to take a little bit to catch up on figuring out the signing situation, and then we'll make the rest of them available. But anyway, thank you guys, man. I got to get on a flight. I thought I'd go live and make a video, so I need to calm down because I got to get on a red-eye flight to fly to Tennessee, and I probably need to get some rest instead of trying to cram and making videos and stuff. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. I want to go live more often. It's just that I've been saturated, man. I got stuff going on in my personal life that I'm trying to, some goals that I'm trying to achieve that don't involve the internet, stuff like that. So forgive me if I'm not killing with the videos like I normally do. So, but anyway, man, I love you guys. I appreciate all the support, man. You guys have been phenomenal. You guys have been the reason this channel is successful, and I just want to say thank you. Let me pray. I almost forgot to pray. So if you want to stick around for the prayer, go ahead and hang out. We'll say a quick prayer. Let me know. I would say let me know when you're ready. It's hard to let me know when you're ready. Let me see. All right. Let's see. What do you think would happen if the government passed a law to ban all firearms, war or no? It'll be war. There's no way that's happening. That's a hill that I'm willing to be on. Okay, we'll start the prayer. Lord, thank you for waking us up for another day, a new opportunity, a new blessing. God, give us the courage to forgive other people. God, we pray that you forgive us for anything that we've done against you. Fix our hearts, cleanse us, change us to be a more obedient people, to understand your love and your dedication to us and what you've done to put us in this position. Everybody that's watching this under your voice, God, we know that you have got us in a position at a time and a place specifically for your purpose. And God, we pray that you reveal that purpose to everybody that's watching and you give them clarity and understanding so we can be the best version of ourselves and we can worship and praise you like we should. God, we pray for this country. God, that you save those who are seeking to be saved and give an opportunity to those who are far off and who are in a position where they don't trust you, they don't believe. And God, I know that you have the power to do that. Let us be your vessels in order to spread the word and to preach the gospel to the masses and give us the strength and power and courage to do so, especially in America where it's so easy to go out and preach your word and talk about the gospel that you presented to us through Jesus Christ. And God, we pray for all those people who are out here who are battling what I perceive as tyranny of these mandates that are forcing people to lose their jobs and all of the above. God, I pray right now in the name of Jesus that you protect those individuals, that those who have the courage and taking a stand for what they believe, God, that you would bless them, that you would give them peace of mind, that you would give them clarity, that you would replenish all that have been taken from them based on the circumstances. God, you know everything that's going on. So it's nothing new under the sun. It's not a mystery to you that what's going on. We just come to you tonight in unity, praying, God, that you cover those who are standing up for what they believe is right. And God, I pray for this. I pray for this country, that you see us through this dark time, that you allow these elections to be fair and allow people to be in positions to do the right thing. God, I pray for this channel, God, that you bless this channel to grow and to be able to reach more people as I'm faithful in doing what you called me to do. And God, we love you. We praise you. We worship you. Bless those who are sick. Bless those who are afflicted. Bless those who are in a troubled time that could be watching this live stream and feeling like it's the end of the world. God, I pray that you put your hand on them right now in the name of Jesus, that you put your hand on them, that you let them know everything's going to be okay. I can't do it for them. It's going to have to be a touch from you, God, a touch from one of your angels to give them a peace of mind and an ease, to let them know that you're in control and everything is going to be all right. And God, I pray that you do that in the name of Jesus right now. Bless that person that needs you. And for those of you who are watching, have faith. Have faith that God can move in your life. Have that faith in God to move. We pray all these things in the name of Jesus. Amen. Y'all have faith that God can move. God don't need you, but the way you activate the things that God has for you is for you to have faith. And faith without works is dead. I said that in another video. That means when you have faith, you need to pray. You can't just think, you got to pray. You got to be dedicated. And when I say dedicated, I mean you got to be perfect. But that means you need to be reading your Bible and understanding how God operates. Because God gives you a free will and God operates based on what he told you. And that is being courageous. That is having faith. That is faith without works is dead. That means you need to move on it. You need to act on it. You can't just believe you're going to be all right if you decide to walk off your job because you are standing up for something. You can't just believe it. You're going to have to walk off your job and believe that God is going to do it. Just the belief alone is a start. But you to activate it, you got to walk off your job. You got to let God move. God can't do nothing for you if you ain't walked off the job. And that's just one example. I'm not telling people to walk off their job. That's a decision that you're gonna have to make between you and your family. But understand it. Don't let these fake pastors and stuff out here trick you. Faith without works is dead. You start with a mental faith, but you got to work, you got to move, you got to act on it. You got a problem with something, you need healing from something, you need to move, you need to act on it. Sometimes God may give you a blessing that you don't know is coming, but for the most part, you got to act on it. Let God do things for you in your life through your faith and action. But anyway, God bless you. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out for the prayer. I'll see you on the next one. I want to be out of here, but I know that this thing does it wrong. So I'm going to play a little music, and I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless you. And again, man, I love y'all. Just for you cigar lovers out here, this is a My Father cigar, the Connecticut. I call it the shorty. It's not the full size. Definitely not the Churchill. I don't know the names yet, so I'm learning. But this is a Garcia and Garcia, My Father cigar, Connecticut edition. It's got the little band here. If you see it in there, it's short, and it's got a black band on the tip. So if you can see it, it's got a little. The green is getting picked up by the thing, but it's in My Father. So that's only for if you're a cigar smoker. If you're not a cigar smoker, don't worry about it.